Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing.
Well, it's the West End place, isn't it? Here, look. Where's him? Little Jesus. Yeah.
Don't go up there.
How they want to meet people, don't they? Cool. Blimey. It's you, isn't it? Hey? It's you.
Who?
You know. Him. It's you, isn't it? God, blimey. Yeah, we just seen your show. Me and my little girl there. It's Mummy. There. My son-in-law is a Scarser. Yeah, blimey. Here, does it up there on the cross?
Well, I'm glad when I can get down.
Yeah. Oh, blimey. That's the best bit in the show, that is.
You like that bit, do you?
Oh, yeah, marvellous, that is. It's about time they'd done a show about him, isn't it? So, I think there's a bit too much singing for my taste. They could have done without some of that, you know. Oh, thanks.
So you don't think he would have got a nice sort of music then?
What I reckon you ought to do, see, you want to make a good show.
Yeah.
You ought to cut out some of the singing and go on to Easter and do that.
What, having Michael sing Easter bonnet? Wearing his Easter bonnet. That kind of song, that'd be more your cup of tea, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, it'd be more his cup of tea too, I shouldn't wonder, because I don't suppose he would be all that keen on your kind of singing. No offence, you know.
Well, none taken.
I mean, you finished your show, didn't you? With him like up on a cross, didn't you?
Well, that's where he ended.
But it's where you're wrong, he didn't, did he?
I think he escaped.
Oh, yes, he was last seen running over the hill.
Very funny, Miss Funny Guts, isn't it? For your information, he arose from the dead, didn't he? Oh, bloody, he had the last laugh. Did you worry about it? They might have thought they killed him on Good Friday, see, but they was wrong. Because he was back again Easter Monday, fully resurrected. He was off the cross, out of the grave, and back down there with his disciples before he could say Judas Iscariot. Really? I'll tell you something else.
What's that?
See, if it hadn't been for his dad calling him back up, like, to heaven, just no knowing what he might have done to them Jews. Oh, blimey. He'd have taught them a lesson, go around crucifying people. He'd have given them some sticks, you worry about it. There's a good thing for them that he did call him back up there.
Yeah, and he ain't been back since.
No, you can't bloody well blame him neither, can you? The way they treated him down here last time. God, he ain't spoke to nobody down here for thousands of years, he ain't. Not him or his dad.
Well, perhaps he's not up there anymore.
What are you bloody talking about?
I died, mind you.
Don't be stupid. You can't die up there, can you, Evan? Down here's where you die, you silly little... You can't die up there.
Well, perhaps he's been back and you haven't noticed him.
Look, mate, we'll notice him if he comes back. Don't you worry about that.
Well, how?
How? He's the son of God, and he ain't any old Tom, Dick or Harry.
Well, how? He may not broadcast his coming. He may return as he came before in the guise of a simple carpenter. I mean, how do you know that I'm not him?
Yeah, all part of it. Look, mate, if he comes back, he'd come back as something decent. He wouldn't come back as a bloody pop singer, would he? You'll know he's... You'll know he's coming. He'll get in touch with us. He'll get in touch.
Oh, blood. He's talking like he's a relation. Do you think he's going to write to you personally, do? Dear Alf, arriving Victoria at 7:30. Love you.
She would come back. Sort out a few things down here. We need someone to sort things out. I mean, that grammar school twit Heath, he can't do it, can he? No, blimey, if he did come down here, he'd sort your dockers out for a start off. He'd sort everybody out. Blimey, I mean, he's dead.
Yeah.
Jesus dead. He made the world in 7 days, didn't he?
That.
The whole world. Made it all, didn't he? England, America, Russia, China. Not to mention your stars and things, your moon, all of that. Made the whole... I mean, he didn't hang about. All week he was working on that, wasn't he? Not like some of your labour rubbish, sitting in the bog smoking all day long. Here, See, that's the sort of song you ought to do. Something a bit holy, you know, but with a bit of tune to it. Round, young virgin, asleep on the bower.
I don't even know the word. The word?
It didn't matter, does it? It's the thought what counts, Sid. See, I'll tell you something else what you ought to do,
What's
Sid.
that?
You ought to do that walking on the water.
Oh, yeah.
No, whoa, blimey, that'd be a good spectacle, wouldn't it, eh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll tell you something else.
that?
I'll tell you something else you ought to do. You ought to do that miracle, that other miracle, the multiplying of the loaves and the fishes. That'd be a good one.
You coming home?
Oh, isn't it marvellous, eh? Oh, see, when she's in it, she's forever moaning about getting out of it. As soon as you fetch her out of it, she's moaning to get back in it again. No, it upsets them, you see, and you bring them out amongst people. I mean, you would think, would you? You think they'd enjoy themselves, you know, going out, have a drink.
Well, it's no fun being out with you. All you want to do is drink. Only time you seem happy is when you've got a glass in your hand.
Look, I took you to the theatre tonight, and there wasn't no drinking done in there, was there?
Yeah,
Except a little bit in a bar.
he was hardly out of it.
Look, you can't go traipsing back your seat in the middle of someone singing. I mean, you've got to have a bit of respect for your
Absolutely,
arse.
absolutely.
Right? If I like, give me a
No,
right.
you're right.
You're
You're
right.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want people walking about in front of you while you're trying to sing, do you?
Certainly not.
No.
Don't want you joining in, neither.
Who's joining
Well, he
in?
would have done if you'd known what they were singing.
He didn't show us up tonight.
No, he didn't even boot the crucifixion.
I thought that might have started him. I wouldn't have stayed if he had, don't worry. That's why I stopped going to the pictures with him, because of his booing and hissing.
Go. You married?
No, we're not married. We don't believe in it.
We just live together.
A bit of laugh about it, isn't it? Eh? I mean, you play Jesus.
Yeah.
Go out on a stage and you do Jesus and you're living in sin.
Get off with him. What it's got to do with you how they live?
A lot of people don't get married nowadays. It's not the thing it was.
Never was much, you ask me.
You wouldn't live with Dad before you married him, would you?
No, I suppose not. Well, things was different then. Marriage was all a girl had to look forward to. We had a mortal fear of being left on the shelf. Strange ideas we had. Suppose we grabbed at anything.
Yeah, you had to grab, my dear, didn't you? Because there was 4 girls to every fella then. Oh, good old days they was.
Good old days before pot and penicillin.
No, you didn't need the pill. You had Dr. Bernardo's.
So you wild oats there without treading on anybody's corns.
And what wild oats did you sow, I should like to know? Wild oats? May have been 4 girls to every man, but as far as you're concerned, might just as well have been 8. It was his mum asked me to go out with him and did as a favour to her, poor woman. Couldn't get him out of the house, she couldn't. She was relieved when I married him.
Look,
I'm going home. You can stay all night for all I care. You come in, Rita.
blimey.
I'll look after him, love.
Oh, blind leading the blind.
No, well, now they're gone. We'll have a drink with your theatricals, eh? All right. Come on, then. Well, young theatricals, we'll have a little drink with me, eh? No, come on, blimey, it's Christmas. Bloody BBC wrong again.
I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
What?
This!
Cook it!
While you sit there,
Well, what do you expect me to do? Cook it for you?
for me, it's as much your Christmas as mine.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it, eh? Let's not go and moan about that now, are we?
Well, it seems to be everybody's Christmas except mine.
I cooked breakfast.
Yeah. And if it was up to you, that'd be the last meal we'd get in this house today, I suppose.
Blimey, you're in a mood this morning.
Well, can't see what good it's going to do me.
What?
Christmas.
Well, what good do you expect you to do? You go around like that?
Like what?
With a bloody long face! You got out of bed with it this morning, you still bloody well got it.
I ain't seen nothing to change it yet.
It's Christmas, Mum.
Well, I could do without it. Maybe a holiday for some, but for me it's just extra work.
I was saying, you look forward to Christmas, don't you? I mean, you save up for it, join a loan club. What bloody overtime, just for Christmas. And as soon as it starts, she has to put her bloody long face on. She'll ruin Christmas, she will.
Yeah, well, if anyone ruins Christmas, we all know who that'll be. I haven't had a decent Christmas since I met you.
Blimey, whose fault's that? You don't give it a chance. You don't look here. Here, here's some port. Have a drop of that.
I don't want it.
It's a bit early, isn't it?
You're talking about early. It's Christmas, my dear. Your mix started right after midnight mass.
They'd started earlier than that. They was falling into that church down the road. If I was God, I wouldn't want them in there like that, standing a drink. I wouldn't want them in here, I know.
Yeah, well, they don't mind them in that church down the road. Just as well, because that's all they get anyway.
They must get a pretty hard time in that church.
Why?
Well, they're always in the pub next door to it, tanking themselves up and stealing themselves and getting their nerve up to go into it.
No, blimey. I met their father and I, the vicar. He's all right. Goes to the pub with them.
A nice way to behave.
What are you talking about? That's what I all like him, innit? I mean, you can look up to a man like that, can't you?
Well, because he can get drunk like the rest of them.
Blimey, there's nothing in your religion against drink, is there? I mean, it makes it the Queen drinks and she's the head of it, isn't she?
Never seen that woman drunk.
I never said drunk, did I?
You don't know what she gets up to in that palace.
No.
A lot of people hide themselves away when they drink.
I wish he'd hide himself away. I wish he'd hide himself away when he's not drinking, too.
Isn't it marvellous? I mean, you look forward to it. You look forward to Christmas every year. You look forward to enjoying yourself, and this is what you bloody will get.
Well, if it's so bad, why do you look forward to it so much?
Because at Christmas you expect people to behave a bit Christian for a change, stop moaning, and think of others for a change, not always themselves.
You haven't got the work of it, have you? No. All you've got to do is to sit and drink and stuff yourself.
You should stuff yourself.
Well, all the cooking and the clearing up after you. I mean, Christmas is hard work for me. I can't go up the pub in a minute, stand there drinking till closing time, not get back till the dinner is ruined.
No, I've got to pop in there, haven't I?
Why?
Oh, blimey, it's expected, eh? I mean, everyone will be in there. It's Christmas, isn't it?
Much breakfast will be burnt if you don't come down soon.
Oh,
Shouldn't worry about it.
Well, you cook it. Least I can do is eat it.
Shouldn't think he'll want any breakfast this morning.
Made enough noise coming in last night.
yeah. Fell down the stairs, didn't he?
He fell up and before he fell down, and he woke the baby up, and then he slept on the floor by the bed.
Where'd he go?
Up the road to midnight mass.
But he left here 9 o'clock.
Yeah. 3 hours in the pub, half an hour in church, and the rest of the year an atheist.
Yeah, well, it's Christmas, isn't it? You find all sorts of people ain't what they're supposed to be. Not when it comes to Christmas. Morning.
Oh, God. I had a skinful last night.
Yeah.
You missed a good night last night, you did.
Yeah, well, I can't go up there, can I? I ain't a Roman, am I?
Good night. I don't understand you. You go out, have a good night, you call it. The next morning, you're fit for nothing.
Oh, my old son. Go on then, all get up, go on then. Put her out then, go on then.
I needed that. Oh, God. Old Tom Murphy, I bet he feels awful this morning.
Yeah.
You know what? He didn't even get to mess, he didn't. Passed out before it started, he did.
Done what?
Passed out before it started. He was in a hell of a state, he was. Oh, God. Keeled right over. Yeah, cut open his head and his forehead and he wet himself too and all. He passed out, cuddling the bog.
Yeah, well, he enjoys a drink, old Tom, doesn't he? He's a Roman, isn't he? So he'll be at communion bright and early this morning for a top-up. Here at the dog.
You don't get communion wine in the Catholic Church.
Well, that's what they advertise, isn't it? Bread and a wine.
Look, it's symbolic. All you get is a wafer.
You mean you don't get nothing to drink at all in the Catholic Church?
Of course you don't.
Well, I thought that's what the attraction was. I thought that's why they always had a full house there on a Sunday.
I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
Go cook it and we'll eat it.
It won't go in the oven. I don't know why you had to go and get one as big as this. I mean, half of it will be wasted. I mean, none of us like turkey.
Look, will you bloody well cook it and we'll eat what we can.
Nice leg of pork would have done us better. I never have been struck on turkey. I don't know why they go on about them.
Well, only you's going on about it, innit?
Yeah, it's a nice bird, though,
Of course it's a nice bird. It's a Norfolk bird, isn't it? You can't get better. I mean, that makes the table Christmas, doesn't it? In the middle of the table there, the table creaking under the weight of it. Everybody sat round smiling, paper hats on, pulling crackers, a fire blazing in the grate there.
And you still up the pub.
Bloody well talk to you, can I, this morning?
They'll be open soon.
Yeah.
12 today, innit?
Yeah. Same as Sundays. Won't be open at all tonight.
Didn't open last Christmas.
Doesn't open any bloody Christmas.
You're supposed to stay at home with your family at Christmas, that's why.
Shut up. Yeah.
Go out for the walk. Found a couple of pubs open last year, didn't we?
Yeah, that little place up Mile End, that might be open. Yeah. It's a nice little place, that was.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, well, we'll have a creep out there later then.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it marvellous? When everyone else is travelling up and down the country to be with their family, you're planning on creeping out on yours?
I don't know why we bother to have Christmas in this house.
Oh, crying up! What's upset you today?
It don't take nothing special to upset me, just to be near you's enough.
I'll get this in the oven. You have a drink and sit
It won't go in the oven.
I'll find a way,
Of course you will, of course you will. Anybody could except her.
Look, we'd never eat it all anyway.
Oh, blimey, I'm beginning to wish I never bought a bloody thing now. I mean, there's people that give their right arms to have a turkey like that. Do you know what? There's some people today lucky if they've only got a bit of mincemeat to sit down to.
Be less bother.
You don't deserve a bloody bird like that. You don't. I mean, the good Lord, He has seen fit to bless us with a turkey, a Norfolk turkey, to celebrate His birthday. It's a gift from above.
He hasn't got to cook it, has he?
Well, perhaps if you pray hard enough to him, he'll come down here and bloody well cook it for you.
Yeah. And perhaps if I pray even harder, he'll do the washing up for me as well. And stay down, perhaps. Get your tea ready. Wash that up too. And perhaps if I pray even harder than that, perhaps when he goes back to heaven, he'll take you with him and let you ruin their Christmas.
I could just see God's face if Jesus walked in with him.
Well, he made him. Let him see what I have to put up with.
Didn't just make me, did he? He made you to go with me.
Oh, I was special for you, was I? And my mother went through all the pain of having me just for you, did she? And her and my father suffered all those years of skimping and saving, struggling to bring me up just for your comfort, did they?
But you were Dad's Eve, Mum. Specially made by God for Mr. Alf Garnett to live happily ever after in Wapping.
Adam had a Garden of Eden.
Yeah, until Eve come along and messed it up for him. Bloody women!
Oh, I'm going to get started. It's going to take ages. They still are frozen. Oh.
Pig.
What do you got of them?
Who?
Mum.
Eh?
Did you buy nothing?
I bought the turkey, didn't I?
But that's not a present. Don't tell her that, for Christ's sake. She's in a bad enough mood as it is. I've never seen her this bad before. What have you done?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. That's your trouble, mate. You don't think you don't.
Oh, blimey, don't you start and all.
Look. You gotta bust them up, haven't you? I mean, you gotta make them feel that they're thought of. But they like that, women. I mean, they like to think that they are the only people that matter in the whole wide world. And you've got to make them think that life isn't worth living without them. And that every minute you're away from them is another minute out of your life. And And it fills you with joy just to look at them.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're right. I'll get her a packet of fags.
Christmas ain't what it used to be. Nothing is. Unless it's me getting older. Things was cheaper, though. A lot cheaper. You could get 5 cigarettes for tuppence then.
They don't make them in 5s anymore, do they?
Well, you never see them.
People smoke more, I suppose.
Yeah. People do seem to be smoking more since the cancer scare. Worry, I suppose. There was none of that then either.
What?
Cancer was all TB then.
They can cure that now, can't they?
Yeah. I suppose as soon as they can cure cancer, they'll think of something else to worry us with. My Uncle Wilf used to say he reckoned it was the government.
What?
Used to give us all these diseases.
To be daft, Mum.
Well, they put them in our food. That's what he used to say.
Mum.
You can taste it in the water sometimes.
That's chloride.
Well, there you are.
They put that in to improve the water.
Well, it don't improve the taste. My Uncle Wilf used to say the only time they've got any use for us, the only time the government's got any use for us is in a war. Rest of the time, he used to say we're an embarrassment to him. Yeah. He used to say that they only need so many of us to do the things that need doing, and the rest they'd rather be without. So they spray our food, put things in the water to keep us down. Well, they do it to rabbits. He used to grow all his own food.
Everything?
Well, all he could. He only had a window box. He lived in the buildings. Some said he was a cannibal.
Cannibal?
Well, I think it was more talk. People used to frighten their children with him. They used to say, you stay out late, you'll end up in old Wilf's pot. People was frightened of him, though. Well, he was mad and people thought it was catching in those days.
You know, if there is any more left on that, it will do for sandwiches in case someone comes round.
I hope you haven't invited anyone.
No.
You know, I sometimes think that Uncle Wilf was right about that.
What?
About the government poisoning things.
Don't be daft.
Well, why do they put cancer in the cigarettes now? They never used to.
You well, Elf? £2 change. Please, mate. Compliments of the season, my old son. And a Merry Christmas to you. Many more than for
Hey,
you.
Elf.
What?
You still after a present for your missus?
Yeah. It might come in handy, eh? You know. Oh, she's always moaning about doing the housework, isn't she? You know, knock up a little shed for him out the back. Do he cost much to feed? It'll be all right, a few bananas. All right, John, got your tea cosy, keep your nut warm, have you?
Look, I might be a bit on the brown side, Baldy. But I ain't one of your Sambos, all right? You don't want to go by appearances, you know, I mean, I just live just down the road, mate. Just down the road. I was born there. Born there. Oh, they call me a spade. Cockney spade, didn't mind that. Didn't mind that at all. I mean, they're bound to call you something, aren't they? I mean, they probably call you Four Eyes. Eh? But you get to expect it, don't you? Eh? Nah, but I mean, see, it's the packers and the aiming rubbish. Since that lot come over here, they turn me into a coon. I get treated the same as them, see? I get called coon, Sambo, bloody wog. People say to me, go home, coon, bloody cheek. Yeah. I am home, I was bloody born here. Now that gets right up my nose, that does, Squire.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of room.
What? What's he say? Yeah, well, anyway, Eamon's rubbish comes over. I mean, they ruck at Eamon because he don't want them. Well, we don't want them, do we?
Yeah. No,
eh?
we don't want them.
I mean,
don't want them, do you?
Nah, when they get over here, what they do? They do nothing but complain. Complain about where they live, what they're eating.
Definitely.
Blimey, send it back to Eamon. See what he's got for them for Christmas.
Yeah.
Blimey, if they go back there, he'll have them on the menu. Maybe his Christmas dinner, eh?
Yeah, look now.
Oh, charming. Here, a woman come up to me the other day. She says, here, why don't you take Enoch's £2,000 and go home? I says, right, lady, right. I'll take Enoch's £2,000 and go home. Only live round the corner. Stupid bitch. Yeah. See, the trouble is, you see, I can't tell an Englishman from a wog half the time, you know?
No, see, I...
You want to get your bloody glasses seen to.
No, I see...
You're a racist, that's what you are.
No.
Look, I've been persecuted by him, haven't I? I'm entitled. I've a good mind not to sell him a bloody watch now.
Don't be dark. Look, have a...
Ah, but seeing as it's Christmas and you're in dead stock, here, a £5. And don't ask for the hallmark, because you ain't going to get solid gold for a £5, are you? And I bet your missus has never seen solid gold anyway, Chucky, eh?
Hey, hang about, Squire, hang about. You was flogging them for £4 last week.
Look, it weren't Christmas last week, was it?
Wait.
And the shops weren't shut, was they? So, if he wants to buy his missus a present at this late hour...
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not all that keen on buying a present, am I?
All right,
I mean...
£3.
Whoa.
Oh, look, I tell you what, I like your face in spite of your manner. Here, 50 bob, and here's a box to go with it.
Does it go?
Does it go? Only when the sun shines, mister. Of course it goes. It's Swiss. It's Swiss, boy.
Yeah.
None of your foreign rubbish. Here, listen. Have a listen.
Can't hear nothing.
What do you want? Big Ben? Do you want to buy a deaf aid as well, eh? You're not supposed to hear it. I mean, if you can hear it, you've got to complain. It's got a silent movement. It's marked on it, look. So it ain't marked on it. They don't bother these days, do they? You expect it. You'd think he was buying a crown jewels here, wouldn't you, eh? Look, a clever man has sat down and made that, right?
Right.
Now, he's gone to a lot of trouble to make that nice and small so it'll look dainty on your wife's wrists. He's even made the work smaller so it'll all fit inside the case. And he put it on a boat and he sent it all the way to England. And I brought it in the pub for you. You haven't even had to go out shopping for it. And you haggle over 50 bob.
No,
I mean, the man that made it, he's got to eat, hasn't he? I got to eat.
Yeah.
His family's got to eat. My family's got to eat. Now, what do you want me to do? Give it here? No wonder the country's going bust if he won't buy British for 50 bob, hey? What would you prefer then? An expensive foreign watch? Let the British workers go hungry? No. All right, I'll tell you what I do. Seeing as it's Christmas, here, cop hold. For you, I won't have no Christmas dinner. 30 bob. Yeah. All right? And do me favours. Don't come to me for a watch no more.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Bert?
Yeah, looks all right, doesn't it?
Nice, eh?
Yeah? Yeah, well, I wouldn't let her go out in the rain, innit?
Is he gold?
Yeah.
Bloody Jew-nosed coon. Told him, didn't I?
Oh, nearly over now.
What?
Christmas.
Thank goodness.
No, it's still tomorrow, isn't it? Boxing Day. Football. Got a Jews coming down to West Ham.
What Jews?
Tottenham Hotspur Jews.
Get off. What are you talking about?
Jews?
I grant you that Chippers can smoke on the shower without getting his fag wet.
He's got a new turn.
Yes, no. He's knocked in a few with it too and all, I'll tell you.
They are Jews, I tell you. You've only got to go down the ground. The place is full of rabbis, isn't it? That's why Hitler was always trying to bomb the ground during the war.
No.
No, you don't know, mate. He wasn't down here, was you? He's come across the channel, and he knew it was a third lot of floodlights past Southend. There was West Ham, Leighton Orient, and bang, Tottenham. That's the way he come most nights.
We didn't have floodlights in those days.
You might not have had them in Liverpool, sonny.
Oh, well, couldn't light them, even if you had them.
No, it was a blackout.
You didn't have to light them, did you? I mean, on a clear night there was poking up under his wings.
No, you couldn't have anything like that sticking up during the war.
Look.
Oh, railings, gates, pots and pans, everything. Beaverbrook took 'em.
God.
He even took a tin bath I had.
Blimey, you wasn't the only one. They took the railings over Buckingham Palace, didn't they?
Yeah, but they got 'em back afterwards, and I've got my bath back.
Well, what are you expecting her to do? Melt down a bloody tank, give you your blooming bath back?
Oh, they didn't take Buckingham Palace railings off.
It's not the point, is it? There's an eye saw that bath was hanging out the back there.
Yeah, it wasn't all I gave him. He had pots and pans as well.
Blimey.
Kept them too.
Look, we was fighting a war against the Germans, wasn't we?
Look, if they want to fight the Germans, they should wait till they've got enough things to fight them with, not take our pots and pans.
God, look. Oh,
I didn't even know we was bad friends with them till that Sunday when he come on the wireless.
Blimey, we've been arguing with the Germans for months before that.
Yeah, well, that's all they seem to do is argue, governments. I mean, worse than people they are for that. We've been arguing with the Germans for as long as I can remember. Come to blows twice, knocked each other about. Now we're thick as thieves again. I don't understand it.
No, well, you wouldn't, my dear, would you? And I wouldn't expect you to, neither. God, blimey, why they give women a vote, I'll never know. I mean, here we are, talking about our Spurs, and all of a sudden she's on about the pots and pans she gave the Beaverbrook during the war.
Yeah, well, you was on about them being a Jewish team.
Well, so they are. That's why they don't like playing on Saturday, innit? Saturday is your Jews' Sabbath, innit? And that's why your Spurs have never done much, have they? They're too inhibited out there on a Saturday afternoon. I mean, they're frightened of incurring the wrath of their God, you see. They'd sooner play on Sunday afternoon, but your Christian teams, like Millwall, West Ham, they won't play with them, because Sunday is their Sabbath, innit? Same with your Jewish television. Hey, look, on your Christian BBC, see?
Yeah.
They have your match of the day on Saturday night, right?
Right.
But on your Jewish television, on your I'm laughing, listen, on your Saberna Delafonte Solly Bernstein television, they have to have their match of the day on Sunday afternoon, see?
I suppose they have a rabbi introducing them too.
They do. Jimmy Hill.
Jewish television. Get up. They have Christians on ITV, you know.
Yeah, and have Jews on your BBC and all. I mean, Robin Day, don't tell me he ain't one.
What about Eamon Andrews?
Another one.
He's Irish.
Irish Jew. You have Scotch Jews, I mean, they're the worst bloody kind, aren't they? You have any kind of Jew, you can even have Egyptian Jews.
Oh, cobblers.
Ain't cobblers, mate, I've seen them, Palestine Jews.
So?
So, Palestine is in Egypt, isn't it, ignorant scarskit?
Palestine's in Israel.
But Israel is a part of Egypt, isn't it?
No, it's two different countries.
Look, your north of Ireland and your south of Ireland is two separate countries, isn't it? But they're still both in Ireland. They're still bloody Irish, isn't they? Worse luck.
Well, Israel and Egypt are two different countries, and they're not both in Egypt, and they are both two different peoples.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it wasn't in God's day, was they? Not when he made the world.
It was, Alf. And it never got on, you know. Not even then.
How do you know?
It's in the Bible, isn't it? I mean, the Jews, they went down into Egypt with... What's his name? You know, him with a coat. Jacob. Definitely. I don't know where it came from, but that's definitely where I went to. And they never got on with the Egyptians, you know. Well, according to the Bible, we never really got on with anybody. Well, it's why God was always appearing, wasn't he, from somewhere and saving them from somewhere and sending them off somewhere else. He even parted the Red Sea asunder for them, didn't he? Because of the locusts. I mean, that's why you Jews eat these matzahs, you know. Jews have been walking about the world ever since the world began.
Yeah, they'll be walking down to West Ham tomorrow, won't they? The Bible and bacon sandwiches.
I wouldn't have minded being a Jew, you know.
Oh, yeah?
You never see a poor one.
His dad wasn't rich.
My dad wasn't a Jew.
It was in him. He had Jew in him.
Oh, yeah, well, we've all got it in us else, haven't we? Oh, it's like part of your pedigree. Like pigeons.
What are you bloody talking about?
The Bible. Egypt and Palestine. That's all the world there was once.
Where was the rest then?
I don't know. Perhaps it hadn't been made then.
Don't sound so bloody daft, will you?
Well, there's no mention of it in the Bible, is there? I mean, we wasn't there then. England. Don't mention us. That part of the world only had Egyptians and Jews living in it.
Your dad supported Spurs, didn't he?
Look, Bert, we was there, don't you worry about that. We was on our little island. We was round the back of the world here, you know, unobserved, watching, listening. Look, let me ask you a question. Where did Jesus come from?
England!
Yes, my dear, England. Yes, he did. Look, look, what was the first two English names in the Bible? Mary and Joseph, wasn't it?
Joseph is a Jewish name.
Well, all right, Jesus might have been a bit Jewish on his father's side.
Like you.
I mean, blimey, Mary, you couldn't get a more English name than Mary. Anyway, Joseph wasn't Jesus' father, was he? Joseph, I mean, all he was like, sort of, well, he was like a lodger, wasn't he? No, God was Jesus' father, and God ain't Jewish, is he? Don't even look Jewish. It's the last thing he would have made himself. I mean, God is Church of England. Her Mason the Queen's Church, see? And what he done, he sent Mary and Joseph to Bethlehem to have his son, and thereby to start the Christian faith.
Why do you think that God with all his pull? I mean, he'd have found him a better place to stay than a stable.
Well, there wasn't no room at the inn that night.
Oh, it was Christmas. Everywhere's crowded at Christmas.
You silly moo! How could it have been Christmas? He hadn't been bloody well born yet. Oh.
Why, Alf, why Bethlehem? Why not London?
Bethlehem is in the Middle East, isn't it?
So?
Oil.
Oil?
Yes, my dear, oil. Oil. You can't run a world without oil, without your strategical raw materials. I mean, God ain't daft, and he knew them wogs was useless. So
he sent Jesus amongst them.
Right.
Jesus was a Jew.
You blasphemous casket.
He was the first revolutionary. He was a sort of, a Jewish Che Guevara. He was a Marxist. He was anti-establishment. That's when they give him the shot, mate.
Couldn't have been a revolutionary as a king of the Jews.
No. Look.
Well, he certainly wasn't English.
Jesus Christ. Superstar.
Oh, stop
Do you think that you're what they say you are?
Shut up.
Every time I look at you, I don't understand why you let the things you do get so out of hand. You don't manage
days of your walk upon England's mountain greenery, and was the holy Lamb of God on England's green and plain. You know, anybody can sing songs. I'm giving you facts, girl. Facts. If he hadn't been born, if it wasn't for him, I mean, we wouldn't be here today. The world would still be out in Egypt riding on bleeding camels and covered in bleeding flies. Thanks to us and through him and his mum, who was English, thanks to England. The world is now civilised, and what I reckon England ought to do, see, you ought to retire. I mean, we civilised all your natives, didn't we? We taught them how to live, and now I think England ought to be able to sit back and put her feet up and draw a pension from your upsurgent nations. And I'll tell you something else. If we're going in that common market, you ought to make the Queen Empress of Europe. Otherwise, His Royal Holiness the Pope will get in there, won't it? And there'll be another bloody island on our hands, that will. Yeah. And there'll be more of your pots and pans they'll be after. God, blimey. This could be the last proper English Christmas we'll ever have.
Hey, Elf, how'd you enjoy your turkey?
We couldn't get it in the oven. Here, look at this. It's all fell to bits. Rubbish.
Mind what you're doing? God, blimey.